Here, you've done enough now. Take a break. Come on over here. You know, I admire your industry, son, but you don't have to improvise on the furniture. We have a fully equipped gym over in the East Wing. But if there's a piece of equipment that you need, well, I'll be happy to order it.
Thanks.
My pleasure. You see, this is your home now, and we want you to be comfortable.
When you said that I could have anything I wanted, did you mean it?
Sorry, I can't see you tonight. I gotta do a job for Sonny.
Well, I gotta say, I'm disappointed, but work comes first, I understand.
Yeah, well, makes two of us.
Hey, how about I come by and see you before you go?
I'd love that. I'll see you sometime. Hey, somebody just came by. I gotta go. If you came to die, you came to the right place.
Hey, Molly. What you doing? Looking at stuff about Mom. Let me see. How did you know where to find this garbage? My friend sent me some links. Look, this person's... Anyone who would send you these links is not a friend. Just like that mean clique of girls at your school. They like to gossip and vent stuff just to make a person sound bad. Do you think that's what happened to Mom? I know it did. I mean, listen to this. Does it sound like Mom to you? Between the fathers of her children and affairs in between, D.A. Davis seems to be using Port Charles as a setting for a game of musical beds.
Christina, why on earth would you be showing that to your sister? You know better than that. I am so sorry that you had to find out about it that way, because I wanted to be able to tell you myself.
The blog says you had an affair with the mayor.
I was involved with him, yes. And it was a huge mistake.
Why? Is he your friend?
Yes, he was. There was a time in my life when I was very sad, and he was very nice to me. And I just let it go too far. And I shouldn't have done it.
But why does everybody know?
Well, because the mayor told the press, and now everybody's talking about it. And the worst part about all of this is the fallout that could land on either one of you. This is something that I did wrong. It's my problem. And it is not your responsibility or Christina's responsibility to try to fix it, okay?
Okay.
You know, I'm still pretty weak from laying in that bed for a year. I was thinking, you know, maybe I could get a physical therapist to help me regain my strength.
But I thought the hospital was handling your physical.
Well, they're supposed to, but I was at the hospital for so long that the last thing I want to do is go back there for therapy.
Of course, nobody wants to be in the hospital if he can help it, right? See, I've got an idea. How would it be if I hired a physical therapist to come to the house, huh?
Would you do that for me?
It would be my pleasure.
Thanks. I mean, that would be so great, you know.
Well, is there anything else I can do that would make you feel more at home?
Well, nah, you know, it would be too much to ask.
What's on your mind?
Dad bought me a car.
Michael doesn't want to live with us. He can't live at Sonny's because it's too dangerous, and I thought that the Quartermains was a reasonable compromise.
It is. And they love him, they're his family, but you know, Michael is perfectly capable of taking advantage of the situation. He's my son.
Well, I'm sure between Monica, Edward, and Tracy, they will manage just fine.
I don't know. They're so excited to have him living underneath their roof. I'm afraid they're going to give in to his every whim. And Edward, you know Edward's going to spoil him, Ron. You know that he is.
Okay, so what? So what if you take him to ELQ and says to him, my boy, someday this may all be yours. What's the harm in that? It's better than being a mob boss, right?
Could you stop making such perfect sense, please?
I thought that's why you came to me, so I could talk you
But
down.
don't I have the right to have a little righteous indignation if Edward's going to take advantage of my son and manipulate Michael? Don't I?
If he was, what would you do about it?
I'd go over there and I'd talk to him.
Aha!
What?
Now we're getting to the heart of the matter. You're trying to come up with excuses so you can go over to the Quartermains and check up on Michael.
He's my son. Don't I have the right?
Of course you do. But you also said that you were going to give him some space, remember?
I have given him space. I've given him a whole afternoon.
A whole afternoon.
That's right.
Carly, you have the rest of your life to form a relationship with your son. But for now, he's out of Sonny's house. He's safe. And that's exactly what we wanted.
Get out. Last thing I need is you being seen here.
Well, then I guess I better stay inside.
Corinthos wants you dead.
I called
Jason
that
Morgan on the trail.
Probably the song.
I'm honored. I hear Morgan has quite the reputation
Created
as an enforcer.
July
Of course, if you hadn't shoved him to safety in the
2nd,
woods,
2009.
we wouldn't have this problem, would we?
Oh, we don't
Using
have
the
a
guitar
compound.
chords
You do,
E, A,
which would
and
make a
D.
very convenient time for you to step
The
out.
song is going to be called This is a Convenient Time for You to Step Out.
Step outside the box, Z. Push the envelope instead of running from the Corinthos organization. I'll go work for him. Get out of your mind. Your sister worked for me, Sonny. You were working for me.
Well, this is a convenient time for you to step out. It's a convenient time for you to step out.
Sonny's ex-wife and 2 kids in the woods.
Oh, what are you doing
I
here?
have way worse deal than that.
Oh, what are you doing here?
I may never live by it again.
Well, this would be a convenient time for you to step out. Oh, why don't you step out now? Oh, why don't you leave? Why don't you step out now? Why don't you leave? Oh, well, I don't really want you here. Everyone's looking for you. Why are you here? Well, you shouldn't really be here. Why don't you step out? Step out now. Why don't you step out?
I think if people are going to be in public, they usually have to drink alcohol, which means more sales for you.
Well, see, that is the plan, my man. Pack the bar and get everybody drinking.
Absolutely. I just